When we talk about consequentialist objections to voluntary active euthanasia, it's important to put it in the historical background. Okay. Many of the opponents of voluntary active euthanasia are partly thinking about what happened during the Nazi era. Okay. As you've read from the excerpt from Burley, right, during the Nazi era, the government systematically killed people that were deemed mentally unfit. Okay? So that could include things like children with Down syndrome or other inborn mental disabilities, people who had various mental infirmities they'd acquired, etc., or people they called feeble-minded. And many people will also make this argument, right? The Nazis used a somewhat incremental approach to get people used to this, right? And one of the steps along the way to justifying this kind of action was to play up the idea that it's an act of cruelty, right, to deny voluntary active euthanasia to people with painful terminal illnesses, right? So there were some notorious films, right, that they used to portray voluntary active euthanasia in the most sympathetic possible light, right? Now, of course, in the case of the Nazis, this was a part of an organized campaign, right, to move in the direction of systematically killing innocent people, right? And here I'm talking particularly about the Nazi euthanasia program, right, not the Holocaust, right? Now, in our case, I would not make the accusation, right, that that proponents of voluntary active euthanasia want to move us in anything like that direction, right? At the same time, right, we have to ask whether the safeguards that we can put in place are going to be adequate.